So I'm Mike. I'm the CEO and founder of Talus Labs. We're building an AI infrastructure network to make revenue-generating agents or agents that have business models behind them. Today I'm going to briefly present this concept of agent versus agent, a concept that we're using for our go-to-market play. So we've been thinking a lot and discussed here what are the biggest use cases for AI. The biggest thing here is, for us, AI-based entertainment economy. And why even use AI for entertainment? The biggest things here are that AI actually reshapes content creation through unpredictability, complexity, and creativity. And why even think about bridging it with Web3 is because Web3 is able to unlock a new market by providing transparent ownership and decentralized participation. So how AI actually reshapes this, as I said, we have three core pillars: unpredictability, which excites audiences by simulating randomness and surprises through any type of experience; creativity fuels imagination because AI generates ideas instantly and affordably. You can generate hundreds of thousands of ideas in 1 single second, no effort required. And finally, complexity, which I think, at least for me, it's one of the most exciting ones. It deepens user experience, makes AI introduce complex experiences for people to dive in, create longer storylines, and actually multi-layered logic and depth through any type of experience that anybody would go through. So unpredictability, the biggest core here is dynamic outcomes. Every session is unique. You have an experience, you join the game, and then you join tomorrow, and the two games are going to be completely different with no overhead. Some examples here are, Alpha Arena that we talked about here in the panel. You have different types of entertainment. You could have multiple agents compete against one another and actually get different results. And AI Dungeon, which is a game where you have agents creating unpredictable storylines to show players and actually get input from players, and then that's how you create deeper experiences. Second, AI brings creativity. As I was saying, you get these creative boosts that expand human imagination. You can have instant idea generations and actually making content creation accessible, fast, and inspiring for everybody. So you like princesses, you could go into a game that shows you princesses. You like finance, you can go into a game that has finance. You like music, you could just create music with it. And here we have two examples. First, it's Sora, which is a model by Open AI that enables anybody to create videos and just visuals with simple clicks, simple text. And now we're also seeing a lot of world models that you could just create videos or images or even just walk through experiences of things that look and resemble real life, but they're completely creative, completely created out of the ether. Thank you. And then Loop Magic, which is an app that autonomously generates music. Anybody can produce tracks. We had an AMA the other day, and somebody just came up with this song that they just created, and I was like, man, the song's actually bullish. I would listen to this in my free time, and you get these things generated in an instant. Whether a few years ago it would take an artist hundreds of hours to generate viral music. Finally, complexity. Want to have emergent complexity in experiences. AI can develop strategies beyond human intuition, revealing new layers and inspiring people. Some examples here are, AlphaGo, or even just AlphaStar, where AI models were created, were built, were trained to even beat humans and come up with strategies in games that humans were not even able to comprehend or understand. So why is this even considered at Talus? Why are we even focusing on entertainment AI, consumer AI? I think the market opportunity is huge. I did not get the chance to say this in the panel, but people are talking about finance. People are talking about, okay, how do we make AI agents go viral or actually get adopted? And we definitely believe that not only do you need verifiable infrastructure, but you want to tailor to the masses. Not everybody knows finance. Not everybody knows how to use a DeFi protocol. And yes, you could lower the barriers of entry, but at the end of the day, you want to have. Well, at the end of the day, we've seen in Web 2, the majority of people or the consumers are using just random AI generative tools to build entertainment windows, to build small games, to build smart front ends that people would just click insanely and actually generate hundreds or thousands or even millions of dollars in revenue. So the solution, how we're making this happen, first is emerging economies. We want to create decentralized economies with tokenized assets and that are actually community driven. We want to have global accessibility, enable anybody, whether they're in Asia, they're in Latin America, they're North America, or even Europe, to come and participate. Anybody could come and build without asking for permission. Transparent fairness. Want to make anybody be able to own transparently and have governance mechanisms over any type of agent. That's something that we talked about earlier. And open infrastructure that provides composable systems that power this new digital economy and services. So what is Talus? I also did not get the chance to talk a bit about Talus, but in our global mission is to build a more democratic and efficient digital economy. We believe that more and more assets are going to come on chain. People will want to automate a lot of processes on chain. Because of this, we don't want to break the decentralization spectrum. We cannot just add simple AI into a Web3 protocol because, why even use Web3 protocol if you're adding centralization? So we ended up building this decentralized platform for deploying, coordinating, and monetizing autonomous systems. Our core products, first, Nexus, a decentralized automation protocol. You could think about it as a decentralized version of N8N or Zapier that enables you to build any type of agentic workflow that runs in a decentralized framework and on-chain. Then we have Talus Vision, which is a low-code visual builder, lowering the barriers of entry, making sure that anybody could come and build, whether you know how to code, don't know how to code, or you want to learn how to build agents. And then we're building this consumer application called Idle.fun that resembles this agent versus agent entertainment angle. So Nexus, as I was saying, is a platform for building and utilizing on-chain AI services, composability, and bringing secure capabilities to them. We're going to have agents be able to trigger on-chain or off-chain tools and services with settlement and transparent records. Permissionless management enables AI to manage assets wisely and securely. You can give agents access to your wallets, give agents access to your data, and then with pre-written rules and verifiability, you know what the agent will do with them. And then finally, composable workflows reduce development costs and bring competition and rewards towards the best service providers. So there's going to be 10 different tools that support a specific smart contract or any Web2 service. If certain tools stop working, people are going to go and find the next working tool at a cheaper price. And you create this circular economy where anybody would find the right services and the ones that are tailored for them. So what does agent versus agent based on Nexus look like and mean? We want to have decentralized access to AI. Agents you'll use, they'll have access to AI and decentralized technology. We'll have growing capabilities as the network and the framework itself expands. There are going to be more workflows, more tools, and agents will be able to execute more complicated tasks. Transparent and fair payments, all these decentralized frameworks or workflows will enable to have payment mechanisms that are transparent and anybody could see how much you're paying for an agent. As I was saying before, you could rent agents to do any type of task for you. And you would pay per transaction, pay only for what you use, don't have to overpay and whatnot. And finally, monetization and IP resources. You'll have multiple monetization platforms and IP providers that can be onboarded as game developers, people who would build games who would attract more users from their ecosystems, from their communities, to make this ecosystem a whole. So why Talus matters? AI today runs in centralized systems. They're pretty closed. You cannot see through them. Second, Talus opens AI to the blockchain, making intelligence verifiable and ownable through workflow automation. And we want to unlock this new AI-driven entertainment economy where agents can compete, create, and actually earn